Selamat pagi dan salam sejahtera. So dalam video kali ni, kita akan kupas sedikit tentang siapa yang own kita punya financial institutions in Malaysia. So ini termasuk sistem perbankan. Dan you'll be surprised looking at some of these owners. Okay? Dan ke mana duit kertas anda pergi? Ke mana hasil titik peluh anda pergi? Anda patut peka tentang hal ni. Okay? So sebelum tu, saya ingin introduce SBE Malaysia as a company. So basically kita adalah syarikat yang berdaftar di Malaysia. Kita memberi konsultasi kewangan, kita ada kelas kewangan, and then kita ada juga jualan dan belian balik logam bernilai, aset kripto dan sebagainya. So whatever that we are doing, we're actually supporting the alternative economy, and what we see is the knowledge of kalau kita bercakap daripada aspek Asia Tenggara, Southeast Asia, right? Malaysia adalah negara yang paling rendah kepekaan dia terhadap ekonomi. Okay, so people are floating around, they're not sure what to do. So basically, what I would recommend is go learn. That's it. So kita ada buat kelas kewangan and everything else. So one to one. For those who have joined our classes, they know um, what kind of information that you are getting. So basically, you are not one step ahead of what's coming. Sekarang ni kita ada krisis makanan and everything else. So, terus terang saya cakap, orang yang join kita dah tahu dah 6 months and the next 9 months apa yang akan jadi, right? So everything is in motion, everything is set in motion. So, if you wanted to act, you have to act now. You have to do the tindakan now, and some of the tindakan needs to be based on certain analysis and interpretations, right? You cannot just simply base on the opinions of the internet because a lot of things, just floating around in the internet. So basically, apa yang dekat dalam internet ni, benda ni terapung-rapung, right? So kita ada perspektif dari pihak A, kita ada perspektif dari pihak B, pihak C, D dan sampai Z. So which one are we going to follow? If we are going to act, which ones are we going to follow, right? Okay. So now, kita tengok saya start dengan RHB Bank Berhad. Sebab apa? RHB Bank Berhad ni adalah satu bank di mana interest rate dia sangat tinggi. Okay, sangat tinggi. Siapa yang dah ambil pinjaman dengan RHB Bank, they know about this. Okay, guess what? One of the major owners of RHB Bank Berhad adalah APF ataupun KWSP. Okay, simpanan saraan anda. So, don't be too happy when you're getting all the returns and it looks nice to you. Tapi, kena faham juga orang yang dibankruptkan, orang yang muflis, okay, orang yang sakit kerana sistem perbankan, salah anda. Kerana duit anda ada di situ. Okay, ada yang berkata, apa yang saya boleh buat? Right? So, there are a lot of things you can do to spend your EPF money, to be honest. Right? So, kita kena belajar strategi macam mana untuk memaksimalkan what we are doing. And also, we need to understand how to get ourselves not fully out from the system. Bukannya keluar dari sistem sepenuhnya. Kita tak boleh keluar dari sistem sepenuhnya. Right? So, macam kalau siapa yang pernah tengok hadis, especially, it speaks about kalau you tak dalam sistem, you'll be affected by the dust, right? Debu-debu dia. Okay, so kita tengok RHB, tuan punya adalah APF. These are the shareholders. So, basically, tuan punya RHB, right? So, siapa yang letak share dalam tu, and one of the biggest contributors to the shares is actually APF, KWSP, right? So, selepas tu kita ada OSK Holdings, kita ada PNB. Okay, siapa yang simpan ASB, ASN? This is where your money is going. Your money is going to other people, and you are actually partly responsible for what's happening into the system, right? Anda tak boleh kata, so siapa yang tengok video ni, you are well informed right now, right? Anda tak boleh kata, saya tidak tahu. This is where your money is going. Your money, not to say your money, okay, your money, right? So, duit anda, mata wang mereka, right? So, mereka memberi pinjaman kepada orang-orang yang tidak berkemampuan, right? Orang-orang yang kemampuan dia pada middle class sahaja, dan mereka ditekan. And if we look into the news, this couple of days, banyak benda yang jadi, right? Okay, itu kita akan cover dalam video lain lah. Okay, tentang berita-berita yang, how to say, quite disturbing right now. So, selepas tu kita ada KWAP, iaitu Kumpulan Wang Persaraan. Okay, AIA Berhad. Okay, so, those contributing to insurance and stuff like that, don't think that your money is being cycled, actually. Right? So, don't think that sebelum kita letak duit kita, kita kena tahu duit kita pergi ke mana. Right? So, that's why the safest way is actually the alternative economy. You cannot get away from all of this unless you start practicing alternative economy. So how? How to get yourself immersed in alternative economy? That's the question, right? So now, the next one, Great Eastern's another insurance company, right? So AIA, Great Eastern's is two major insurance companies in Malaysia anyway. So those who've taken medical cards, HIBA and all sort of that, your money is being used for lending, for generating interest rates. So is interest rates good for the country? For a developing country, it is. So kalau kita tengok, dah 50 tahun dah, 50 hingga 70 tahun our country is in success, right? That's the peak. And right now we actually tumbling down. So kita macam telur di hujung tanduk. Alright? So kita tahu telur tu akan jatuh. So sekarang ni telur tu bila nak jatuh, adakah kita akan ambil ke kita tidak? Okay? So peribahasa Melayu is one of the fascinating things that I see, because the interpretations of peribahasa and idioms, especially the Malay idioms, right, is quite substantial to life. So Bumiputra Investment Foundation, Vanguard, okay, Norges Bank Investment, which is owned by the Norwegian, Scandinavian countries like Norway, Iceland, Finland, all sort of those countries, right? And BlackRock, okay. So kita akan cover Vanguard, BlackRock ni. Kalau siapa yang dah research Vanguard, BlackRock, dia tahu, okay. They own everything, they own everybody, right? So siapa yang practice alternative economy, they don't own you. That's a good thing about it. Alright. Okay, so the next one, CIMB Bank Berhad. Okay, lebih kurang sama je. Khazanah Nasional, APF, PNB, Pemodalan Nasional Berhad, KWAP, Vanguard, Roll Price, Great Eastern, AIA, East Spring Investments, and GIC. Okay, dan kita tengok lebih kurang sama the players. Okay, let's go to Maybank. Maybank is one of the biggest bank in these countries. Dan banyak orang middle class ada account dengan dia. Let's see what's happened. Pemegang saham Maybank, EPF, KWSP, PNB, KWAP, AIA, Great Eastern, Bumiputra Investment Foundation, Vanguard, Norges Bank Investment, GIC. It goes back to all of these guys. Oh, saya tak simpan bank, saya simpan Bank Islam. Don't think you are safe, because all these sovereign funds are being controlled by external people. So otherwise, how you are generating majorly interest rates? Dan you happy you dapat 5-6%. You tak tahu 5-6% yang you dapat tu, kan, sebenarnya orang lain suffer just because of your deposits. You have to think about that. You have to think about those results. Itu sebab kadang-kadang bila kita buat kelas, our students are saying, why these things happen in this way? Well, because part of it, most of us are ignorant, and some of us who are looking into facts, they're trying to make an effort to get out from the system, right? But ignorance is more, okay? We cannot get away from those facts. So Maybank, the same thing, the same folks who own this, okay? Now, Bank Islam, Tabung Haji, EPF, PNB, Bumiputra Investments, and KWAP. Alright? So if you are telling me this is good for the country, I would disagree with you. 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, 50 years ago, saya akan setuju dengan anda. Tapi sekarang ni tidak. Sebab sekarang ni orang ditekan melalui sistem ini. Okay? The system supposed to work for you. Sistem ni, apa-apa sistem pun patutnya bekerja untuk anda. But now you're working for the system, and you're making from the system, and you're submitting your money into the system, dan anda ambil duit kertas. Anda ambil emas-emas mereka. Anda ambil harta-harta daripada mereka. So siapa yang kontrol anda sekarang? Are you in control of your wealth or them? That's the question, right? So, macam contohnya, kalau kita tengok Vanguard, BlackRock, tiga bank ada. Don't you think that they don't own Bank Islam through proxy by EPF, PNB, Bumiputra Investment, KWAP, Tabung Haji? This happens. Alright? These asset management companies are the ones owning countries. Okay? So, kita tengok daripada findings sedikit. Capital. Daripada mana capital datang? Daripada anda. Public deposit. Anda masuk keluarkan duit. That's why dalam SBE Malaysia, salah satu nasihat yang kita bagi ialah save what you're going to spend with them. Simpan apa yang anda akan belanjakan. Jangan simpan harta anda. That's it. Okay? So, Public deposits are then cycled over and over again to provide a perception of profits. Okay, duit tu dipusing, pusing. Dan anda nampak, oh 5%, 6%. Anda tak perasan ke? Dia selalu 4 hingga 7%. Kenapa 4 hingga 7%? Okay, so this is what we are covering inside the class. Alright? Okay, so all these sweet sauce are in the classes. Okay, so basically, making a return of currencies on top of currencies. Sekarang ni orang kata, kenapa ringgit jatuh? Bukan sebab US dollar naik. Sebab duit tu dah dipusing terlalu banyak. Tengok apa yang jadi pada negara India 10 tahun yang lepas. And you'll get the answer. Okay. Sekarang ni siapa yang kena tekan? Anda, orang awam. That's it. Okay. So, making a return of currencies on top of currencies. Ini ada kaitan dengan Forex juga. Saya tak nak komen on Forex. Okay, Forex is clearly, in our opinion, in SBE Malaysia, our consolidated opinion, Forex is useless. Alright. Because when you are making a return of currencies on top of currencies, what are you actually playing at? Okay. So, owning entities, siapa yang tuan punya ni adalah government configured fund backers. Kenapa kita kata government configured fund backers? Somebody is configuring the government. The government is not configuring themselves. Okay. Setting pada kerajaan tu dibuat oleh siapa? Ini soalan dia. Okay. Or outside entities. Ataupun entity daripada luar. Kenapa kita punya major banks is owned by Vanguard and BlackRock, which are asset management companies? Why? Okay, so these are the things that we cover in classes. Okay, so community banking business, public banking provide more sales returns than the others. Okay, kenapa saya kata punca ni datang daripada anda? Sebab anda yang simpan dengan mereka. Dan mereka untung daripada simpanan anda. Mereka bagi loan dekat orang lain menggunakan simpanan anda. Tanpa simpanan anda, mereka tak boleh buat macam tu. Okay, collectively, we have been weakened. That's the output of this system. So, the conclusion is we supply and fuel the banking system that led us into an unstable state. Sekarang ni kita tak stable. No one is stable. Okay, no one. With the exception of the upper class. Okay. Dekat Malaysia ni banyak yang working daripada middle class. If you take action, if you learn, right? If you spend a bit just to get more knowledge, you would know what to do and collectively you can make a difference. Alright? So, lepas tu, mereka-mereka ni menekan kita untuk adopt gig economy. Okay? So, ramai yang bincang economic crisis. Tapi saya tak dengar orang bincang pasal gig economy. Gig economy is meaning that you're doing multiple things just to compensate the system. Kalau awak buat banyak business, contohnya awak ada banyak perniagaan, awak ada try buat macam-macam. Why are you doing that? That's the first question. Kenapa anda buat macam tu? Dan ramai tak boleh jawab soalan ni. Ramai, saya nak cari duit. Apa itu duit? Apa itu wang? You don't understand that. So, you don't understand what you're actually looking at. So, kesan daripada sistem ni, you adopt gig economy pula. Siapa yang buat gig economy? Mereka. Okay? Alright. As the problem stems from the public in the first place. Masalah ni datang daripada anda. Bukan daripada orang lain. It's not the system. Don't ever blame the system. The system's supposed to work for you, but now you are working for the system. You are deliberately allowing yourself to be controlled and manipulated by the system. Alright? So, itu saja video pada kali ini. Sekiranya ada sebarang soalan, boleh, contact our representatives. They are more than happy to help you. Okay? So, our suggestion would be get our classes, understand more about economy. And kita tahu sekarang ni banyak orang yang just, delve themselves into discussions yang tak habis-habis. You don't have an objective dalam discussion pun. Kan? Apa yang you tengok dalam news, you need to know the strategy, how to actually interpret those. And those are the things that we cover in our classes. So that's all for today. Thanks for listening in and see you in the next one. Cheers.